This is the Cherry XTRFY MX 8.2 Pro TMR wireless gaming keyboard in white. I'm Alex, and this is your no fluff review in 5 minutes or less. Now, design-wise, we've got a refreshingly modern take on a traditional wireless gaming keyboard. We've got premium metals used all the way around here, a solid, weighty, but also sensible feel to it. And then Cherry have been really consistent with the build quality here. Even the things like these kick-out legs here feel absolutely solid. I also really like the cyberpunk design that they've kind of woven into the design of this keyboard, just to remind you that it is a gaming keyboard, although I think you could definitely get away with using this in a slightly more mature setup as well. Inside the box, you're going to get absolutely everything you need, including a white USB-C braided cable, which is plenty long enough in my opinion. You're also going to get a keycap remover and then the wireless receiver, which technically you don't actually need because the 8.2 Pro has built-in Bluetooth. The headline here isn't that it's a magnetic keyboard, it's that Cherry are now using something called TMR technology. You might be asking, what does that mean for you? Well, most magnetic keyboards use Hall effect sensors. They're fast, but they eat through battery and they can be sensitive to interference. TMR, or tunnel magnetoresistance technology, is the evolution of that. It's wildly more power efficient and it captures input with absolutely absurd precision. We're talking 0.01 millimeter accuracy here. Does that mean you're going to be a better gamer? No, but it does mean the keyboard is super responsive. Now, the switches themselves are the new Cherry MK Crystal Magnetics. They sound absolutely wonderful. They're a bit more clicky rather than clunky, and they genuinely feel really high quality. They're linear, they're pre-lubed at factory, and incredibly smooth. Thanks to the PBT keycaps and the multi-layer dampening inside, it's not muted, but it's not over the top. Build-wise, it's a TKL layout that feels very familiar. It weighs nearly a kilo, 960 grams to be exact. It definitely feels premium enough to warrant a space on your desk, and because it's wireless, maybe even a spot in your bag. Now, just because it's portable, that doesn't mean that it can't be customizable. Usually, if you go out and buy a magnetic keyboard, you're kind of stuck with those magnetic switches. That's not the case on this one. You might have seen that writing on the edge of the keyboard that says DualMaster technology. Basically, it's a hybrid. You can hot swap the magnetic switches out for standard mechanical MX switches on the main keys. Why on earth would you want to do that? Well, you might want to keep the WASD keys for gaming and then the rest of the keys for a more tactile typing experience. The flexibility that Cherry have given you with this keyboard is absolutely insane. It's truly a level of versatility that you don't often see elsewhere, and frankly speaking, it's a bit of a treat for keyboard enthusiasts. The crazy thing is the customization options don't stop there. We've also got the MagCrate software that goes alongside this keyboard. This not only allows you to switch up the RGB lighting on the keyboard, but you can actually set different actuation points per key and even set up macros, meaning you can really genuinely tune this keyboard perfectly to you. Now, if you are considering entering into the world of wireless gaming keyboards, one of your main concerns might be battery life, and thankfully Cherry have done a pretty good job here. Inside here we've got an 8,000 milliamp hour battery, and because of that TMR technology being so efficient, you're actually looking at potential weeks of uninterrupted gaming with this keyboard. And that also takes into account the crazy 8,000 Hz polling rate on this keyboard. Is an 8,000 Hz polling rate really necessary on a gaming keyboard? Not necessarily, but does it mean that it's physically impossible to blame your missed shots on latency? Unfortunately, yes. So taking all of that into account, should you buy the Cherry XTRFY MX 8.2 Pro TMR wireless gaming keyboard? Well, it's expensive, but Cherry have really ticked every single box for me. It's versatile, it's customizable, the build quality throughout is absolutely solid. You're going to get literal weeks of battery life from it. You really couldn't ask for much more from a wireless gaming keyboard. In a nutshell, I think this is Cherry showing that they can still innovate. So that was a Cherry XTRFY MX 8.2 Pro TMR wireless gaming keyboard in white in 5 minutes or less. Let me know in the comment section what you thought.